End-of-life care presents profound ethical challenges that touch the very core of our humanity. These challenges test our values, beliefs, and the principles we hold dear. We grapple with questions about life, death, and what constitutes a good death, often reflecting on the memories and legacies left behind. Ethical principles guide us in navigating these difficult waters, providing a framework for decision-making. They help us balance competing values and make decisions that respect the dignity and wishes of the dying, ensuring that their final moments are as peaceful as possible. The advancements in medical technology have blurred the lines between prolonging life and prolonging suffering, creating new ethical dilemmas. We can now sustain life in ways unimaginable just a few decades ago, but this capability comes with significant responsibilities. But this progress comes with ethical dilemmas that require careful thought and consideration. We must carefully consider the potential benefits and burdens of medical interventions, weighing the pros and cons with a compassionate heart. We need to ask ourselves, are we truly serving the best interest of the patient, or are we merely postponing the inevitable, delaying the natural course of life and death? Ethical dilemmas in end-of-life care often arise from the tension between prolonging life and relieving suffering, a delicate balance that requires empathy and understanding. We strive to alleviate pain and discomfort, ensuring that the patient's final days are as comfortable as possible. But what happens when the only way to achieve this is to forego life-sustaining treatments, a decision that weighs heavily on all involved? These are not easy questions to answer, and they require deep reflection and consideration. They require careful consideration of the patient's values, beliefs, and wishes, ensuring that their voice is heard and respected. As we delve deeper into the complexities of end-of-life care, it is crucial to approach these ethical challenges with sensitivity, empathy, and a deep respect for the individual facing their final days, honoring their journey. By engaging in open and honest conversations, we can strive to provide care that aligns with the patient's values and ensures a dignified and compassionate end of life, creating a legacy of love and respect. One of the cornerstones of ethical end-of-life care is respecting patient autonomy. This means recognizing the individual's right to make decisions about their own body and medical treatment. Every person has the right to determine their own destiny, even when facing a terminal illness. Imagine a patient with terminal cancer. They may choose to forego aggressive treatments that could prolong their life, but also cause significant side effects. They may opt instead for palliative care, focusing on comfort and quality of life in their remaining time. This decision, though difficult, reflects their autonomy and their right to choose a path that aligns with their values and preferences. Respecting autonomy goes beyond simply providing treatment options. It involves engaging in open and honest conversations with patients. We must explain their prognosis and the potential benefits and risks of different treatment approaches. We must listen attentively to their fears, hopes, and concerns. Only then can they make truly informed decisions. However, upholding autonomy is not always straightforward. Patients may be incapacitated or unable to communicate their wishes clearly. In such cases, we rely on advanced directives or surrogate decision-makers to guide care. The goal remains the same: to honor the patient's values and preferences, even when they can no longer express them directly. Two fundamental principles guide ethical healthcare: beneficence and nonmaleficence. These principles are the bedrock of medical ethics and are crucial in guiding healthcare professionals in their decision-making processes. Beneficence compels us to act in the best interests of the patient. It is about doing good and ensuring that the care provided enhances the patient's quality of life. This means providing care that promotes their well-being and alleviates suffering. It involves actions that contribute positively to the patient's health and comfort. Non-maleficence, on the other hand, directs us to avoid causing harm. This principle is about not inflicting harm intentionally and being mindful of the potential negative outcomes of medical interventions. It reminds us that medical interventions can have unintended consequences and that we must weigh the potential benefits against the potential risks. Every action taken must be carefully considered to avoid causing unnecessary harm. In end-of-life care, these principles can sometimes come into conflict. The delicate balance between alleviating suffering and avoiding harm becomes even more challenging. Imagine a patient in excruciating pain from a terminal illness. The intensity of their suffering demands immediate and effective intervention. Administering high doses of pain medication may provide relief, but also potentially hasten death. This creates a moral and ethical dilemma for healthcare providers. In such cases, the principle of beneficence, relieving suffering, might seem at odds with the principle of nonmaleficence, avoiding harm. The healthcare team must navigate these conflicting principles with great care. Navigating these ethical complexities requires careful consideration of the patient's individual circumstances, values, and goals of care. Each patient's situation is unique and demands a tailored approach. Open communication between the healthcare team, the patient, and their family is crucial. Transparent discussions help in understanding the patient's wishes and aligning the care plan accordingly. Together, they can strive to find a balance that prioritizes the patient's comfort and dignity while minimizing potential harm. This collaborative approach ensures that the patient's voice is heard and respected. It is important to recognize that what constitutes benefit and harm can be subjective and vary from person to person. Each patient has their own perspective on what is acceptable and what is not. What one patient considers a benefit, another may perceive as an unacceptable burden. These differences highlight the need for personalized care plans. Therefore, a patient-centered approach is essential, one that respects the individual's unique values and preferences. This approach ensures that the care provided aligns with the patient's own goals and desires, ultimately leading to more compassionate and ethical end-of-life care. Justice in healthcare encompasses the fair and equitable distribution of resources and services. In the context of end-of-life care, this means ensuring that all individuals, regardless of their background or circumstances, have access to high-quality, compassionate care that meets their needs. This includes access to essential services such as pain management, palliative care, and emotional support. Unfortunately, disparities in access to end-of-life care persist, with certain populations facing significant barriers. Factors such as socioeconomic status, race, ethnicity, and geographic location can all influence an individual's ability to access quality end-of-life care. Consider the allocation of scarce resources such as organ transplants. How do we decide who receives a life-saving organ when there are not enough to go around? These are complex ethical dilemmas with no easy answers. They require us to carefully consider principles of fairness, need, and the potential for benefit. Moreover, we must address the social determinants of health that contribute to disparities in end-of-life care. This includes advocating for policies that promote health equity and ensure that all individuals have access to the resources they need to live out their final days with dignity and comfort. End-of-life care extends beyond the physical realm, delving deeply into the emotional and psychological aspects of the human experience. It encompasses the emotional, psychological, and spiritual well-being of the patient and their loved ones, creating a holistic approach to care. Understanding the psychological processes associated with dying can help us provide more compassionate and effective care, ensuring that the patient's emotional needs are met. Elizabeth Kubler-Ross's groundbreaking work on the stages of grief provides a framework for understanding the emotional journey many people experience when facing their own mortality or the loss of a loved one. Her model has been instrumental in shaping how we approach end-of-life care. The stages in her model include denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. While not everyone progresses through these stages in a linear fashion, Kubler-Ross's model highlights the importance of acknowledging and validating the emotional experiences of dying individuals and their families. This validation can be a crucial part of the healing process. Attachment theory also offers valuable insights into the emotional dynamics of end-of-life care, emphasizing the significance of our relationships. Our innate need for connection and belonging does not diminish as we approach death. In fact, it often intensifies, highlighting the importance of maintaining close bonds. In fact, it may become even more pronounced as individuals seek comfort and reassurance from their loved ones during this vulnerable time. Recognizing the importance of maintaining these bonds can guide us in providing care that honors the patient's relationships and supports their emotional well-being. This approach can significantly enhance the quality of life for both the patient and their family. Terror management theory suggests that the awareness of our own mortality can evoke anxiety and fear, which can be overwhelming for many. In end-of-life care, this underscores the importance of addressing not only the physical aspects of dying, but also the existential and spiritual concerns that may arise. Providing a space for these discussions can be incredibly therapeutic, providing opportunities for meaning-making, connection, and spiritual exploration can be an integral part of compassionate end-of-life care. These practices can offer solace and a sense of peace during a profoundly challenging time.